Our next company is Telkom. It will be presented to you by Lindiwe Maepa, who is the Executive for Enterprise Risk Management, Sustainability and Empowerment. They were initially included in the SRI index in 2004, with a listing on the JSE in 2003, and since have had a share price performance of 118%. They're currently a constituent of the mid-cap index, and are currently trading at 61 Rand 48 with a total market capitalization of 32.39 billion Rand. So without further ado, Lindiwe, if you'll come up. Thank you.
Still good morning everyone. Oh, good morning everyone. We'd like to thank the JSE for the opportunity that has given Telkom to try and share with you our sustainability journey. And all presentation, as you've said, as you've heard, they will be very different. And I like what Nedbank has indicated, that sustainability is in their DNA. We aspire to do that. I benchmark a lot with Standard Bank, learn best practice from them. They've got the slogan that is on sustainability: you touch them, their blood turned green. Netcare, they've indicated their integrated approach, which we are aspiring to, as you'll see as outline my presentation going forward. As Telkom, we're still on a journey on sustainability due to various things, but at this point in time, I have a level of comfort, as I've had other presentation, that is, we are getting there and we are on the right track. I'll just quickly run into this, just to provide the context of the presentation, who we are. Our executive leadership, I'll expand on that, on the governance structures, the sustainability governance structures. And we have defined what sustainability is, or what we stand for as Telkom. We've stepped up on sustainability as Telkom. Telkom has historically addressed sustainability from a compliance focus, which resulted in Telkom writing award-winning sustainability reports, missing the opportunity to drive business value across the business. We have crafted our sustainability strategy, and our aspiration is to be a fast follower. Our strategy is a 3-year journey, and we have identified business values, and based on our strategy, we have sort of like graduated and escalated our division to be called a center of excellence. We'll show also the Telkom progress in relation to how we have performed in relation to the UNGC principles achievement. After we have crafted the strategy, we conducted interviews across all levels in the organization. We'll share with you some snippets, that is, what is leadership, seeing sustainability, how do they relate to sustainability. Just briefly, we are a leading communication service offering fixed line, mobile ICT and data services. And we offer also products to the business and consumer market. There's the financial status that you can see. But the Telkom Group generated a free cash flow of 3.9 billion for the year ended 31st March. We operate at the new venue in Centurion. I think most of you know the 3 big Telkom towers. Due to addressing the footprint and office optimization, we had to move to this new venue in the past months in Centurion. Our mission is seamlessly connecting the South Africans to a better life, and we also have our shared values. Here with our executive leadership, our governance structure, I didn't put it here, but I can talk to it. That is, we have our sustainability division, and we have what you call business assurance council. That's where we have the MDs as the first line of defense, where we share the strategy and the KPIs and everything relating to sustainability. Then they feed into EXCO and the Social and Ethics Committee. As I've indicated, that is, sustainability is defined differently by different organizations. But besides the Brundtland Commission definition of development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs, as Telkom, we crafted our own kind of definition, that is, what does sustainability means to us. And you can see that is on your other periphery. We've also outlined that is, what does sustainability mean to the other entities. But to us as an organization, sustainability is driving long-term business and stakeholder benefits by driving profitable products and services that maximize social, environmental, and economic value. Maybe just to clarify, that is, our division started around about 2010, mid-2010. When we went to the AGM, we're sort of like bombarded around, we don't say anything around environmental issues. Then our division started fully fledged working 2011. And we ensured that is, in order to run with the baton, we do the basics, like we address compliance issues. And you're quite aware that is, we have been winning the awards. And we started from compliance. A lot has not been done. We started with the JDs. We started a lot of things. And when we started, we were sort of like a silo, standalone. Our impact in business was not that much felt. And hence now that is, we saw that is, we're pivoting in one place and not making any difference. When you look at our corporate strategy, it's a bit silent on addressing environmental issues. Then we pick it up and we discuss with ESCO. Our sustainability strategy is not a standalone strategy, but it's aligned and addresses also issues that are in the corporate strategy. Our focus area when it comes to economic, it's anything around growing and defending revenues while keeping down cost, moreover taking a sustainable approach on how we impact the environment. On the social aspect, we contribute meaningfully to the social transformation, providing universal service access and ensuring compliance with legislation, especially the social legislation, which is BEE. And on the social focus, we also have a collective agreement with the organized labor and established an employee relation office with an officer, whereby grievances mechanism are addressed, allowing employees to belong to any Telkom recognized union of choice. The other focus is the environment. On the environment, we want to reduce our impact on the environment through driving down cost and costs related to energy, ensuring we use recyclable products and energy-efficient products and technologies. You'll see that is when we come to slide number 16. This is an area of concern that is we are addressing as an organization. It is an area that is we are not doing fairly well, but we are working on it. For instance, maybe the current product development life cycle does not include life cycle assessment to evaluate product environmental impact. We are quite aware of that, and we are addressing it. Our strategy impinges on 4 benefits in particular: increasing revenues, reducing cost, ensuring that is we build and enhance our brand and reduce the risk, ensuring that is we also comply and we mitigate against the risk that is we have as an organization. When it comes to increasing revenues, it's around new products and services. The new products and services that is we're talking about here in our division is not ordinary products, but we're looking at sustainability products, the mHealth, mobile payments, and all other sustainability products. We have realized that is, we are seen as a silo, and hence we crafted a strategy. Our strategy, sustainability strategy, which is aligned to the corporate strategy, was crafted around about November. It has got a 3-year journey with various initiatives. We have recognized that is we need to step up and address some environmental issues to move from a compliance focus to driving measurable benefits for Telkom and for the stakeholders. But what are we doing for now? The first bullet belongs to 2017, that is commit to move towards a leadership position on sustainability. That belongs to the other side. Surprisingly is still when we collate some data, we're still working on that, but it's semi-automated, but most of our data collection is still on a manual process. As we move towards 2017, as we aspire to be a fast follower by 2017, not a leader per se, some of the things that is from this other block of 2014, we are addressing. For instance, we're saying that is largely we have manual approaches to data collection across the organization. We have put a business case together to ensure that there is a software that it helps us and minimize the cost and the labor intensity of collecting information to the business unit. So some of the items that we aspire by 2017, we are already in a phased-in approach. That is, we started beginning of this year to ensure that we implement them. That we started with the strategy last year, November. The strategy is completed right now and signed by all the chiefs. We aspire, that is, with the strategy to innovate products and services to delight our customers, enhance revenues, and deliver stakeholder benefits. Importantly, reduce cost of energy, water, and resources, and ensure that we put in some efficiencies that drive cost down. We want to see ourselves as a leader to drive the social and economic benefits through enterprise development hubs and business incubation services across the country. When you look at the performance under the social focus, this is an area that we're doing well. We're scoring all the points in the scorecards. And as we have been a standalone kind of a silo, with the strategy that has been signed off, this will help us to ensure that we are being realized and we are upgraded and graduate to what we call a center of excellence in Telkom, whereby we're able to embed sustainability and provide thought leadership to business. This is our sustainability maturity path, and we have measured ourselves. That is, we know that we are an improver. This is where we are. And an improver, it shows where we are in between. That is, we've done the basics. We've disclosed on strategy and objectives on sustainability. We have some evidence on performance, but we have not quantified some of the data and the future targets, i.e. we're quite aware that we don't have energy target, we don't have an energy strategy, and these are the things that we are addressing right now as we evolve on our sustainability journey. That is, by 2017, this is what we need to have. And by 2017, we aspire to be a fast follower. Then you can see that a fast follower is just between the advanced and the current leadership. That is the items that are listed in the advanced and in the advanced maturity column, and the current leadership. We must at least satisfy some of the criteria that are there, i.e. perhaps clear processes and targets, robust internal systems. Okay. Our 3-year sustainability journey, incrementally build capability, evolving the sustainability maturity to move ourselves from the improver level where we are to move us to a fast follower. And what is it that we need to do to ensure that by 2017 we are there? As I've indicated, we are under the improver to ensure that our strategy is there. We do have the sustainability strategy. Intermediate maturity, what have we done? We have implemented a sustainability management process. We've defined the KPIs, and the KPIs that we have defined, it's together with business. Like I've indicated, working as a silo, we're doing our own things, and the KPIs that we identified were not aligned with business. And importantly, also to implement the software to automate process and measure, manage, and report performance. When you come to the solid maturity, this is what we need to ensure that we put in place. On the solid path, it's nothing else around aligning understanding of sustainability at all levels in Telkom. When we crafted the strategy, we conducted interviews across all levels in the organization. And one common thing came around not understanding what sustainability is or what it means for Telkom, or generally what is sustainability perhaps for Telkom. And the roles and responsibility, that is, as a business, what are we expected to do? As a business, perhaps, how does sustainability impact my daily operations? Okay. So when we reach this stage, we will ensure that there is an understanding of sustainability at all levels, and training will be provided. We will implement projects that will enable Telkom to realize the shared value of sustainability, both internally in the business and externally in the communities and environments in which Telkom operates. What kind of projects perhaps are we talking about here? We're talking about ensuring that we are a green-rated kind of a company in our offices, delivering some sustainability products, but also ensuring ongoing training. When we come to the fast follower, which I will link basically together with the leader, it's more or less the same thing, whereby it's around embedding sustainability in the organization. It's around ensuring that we embed sustainability, and sustainability is managed as business as usual in the organization with the sustainability team, the one that we aspire to ensure that it is the center of excellence. That team should focus on long-term strategy and providing deep subject matter expertise. We have identified a number of KPIs to determine whether we are successful to drive business and stakeholder benefits. Some of the indicators that we have outlined there are 14, I think. I think out of the 14, six of them we have not basically reported on them, i.e. total value delivered by sustainability program. Here, it's in particular the value that we captured is around Telkom Foundation, but the value around business was not captured per se. And as we go also, that is the percentage of revenue derived from sustainability products and services has not been part of the KPIs. Out of these 14 KPIs, 6 of them are new KPIs. We hope to ensure that we build internal capacity and we transition to embed sustainability by having the Center of Excellence. You can see that this is a different model of sustainability. The one that we use is more or less where we have highlighted 2014, the standalone. The standalone has got its own pros and cons, but I think that you can see that when you start at entry, at the infancy, then you can start at the standalone. We are aspiring to be embedded, and for ease of implementation, you can see that is what standalone stand for, embedded, market-facing, and the others. We're currently a small team. We were a team of 7. We're currently a team of 4. There's some changes happening in the organization at this point in time, and we hope that the vision and the aspiration of ensuring that by 2015, that the team should embed responsibilities and drive results across the business will manifest positively. And also in 2016, that we transition to a fully center of excellence and focus on supporting the business unit across Telkom. Just a brief progress around how we are dealing with the UNGC. We sort of crafted our own scorecard in relation to the human rights. That is, we've scored ourselves at 71%, and it's because that is the human rights issues are integrated in the company's policies, including the human resource policies. And the company introduced ethics training during the fiscal year of 2014-15, which covers some aspect of human rights, e.g. discrimination. And we know that we need to craft a standalone human rights statement. We haven't done that at this point in time. This is a focus area where we seem to be doing very well. whereby we as an organization, we follow and we apply the country's constitution, which is endorsed in our policies. And the employees are made aware of the existence of Telkom policies which prescribe freedom of association of employees, the working hours, and the right to belong to a union. Telkom does not conduct business with suppliers that are using child labor and does not employ minor or engage in all forms of forced and compulsory labor. The environment, this is how we really scored ourselves. We're quite aware that we need to do some bit of work here. We do have an environmental policy statement which specifies Telkom stance in relation to its environmental policy. I've indicated that we need to work on the current product development cycle. Anti-corruption. It's one area also that we are doing well. We have established an ethics office which deals with incidents and initiatives relating to ethical conduct of employees in the workplace. During the fiscal year 2014-15, all employees have completed ethics online training, which comprised of more than 10 modules. Telkom has further established a forensic team that is responsible for implementation of any corruption activities, including the investigation of corrupt activities. The two departments have policies and processes that guide their mandate. Telkom further has the whistleblowing hotline, which is managed by an independent company, which is KPMG. This is basically our achievements thus far. We have been on the index since 2004, except for only last year. We had an absence for only last year. We continue to participate in the CDP from 2011. We do also, we are rated the best in the ICT sector according to the IRIS report. We have won various corporate social investment awards. We have also won the supplier and enterprise, and we are deemed the most empowered state-owned enterprise. We are currently a member of the NBI, National Business Initiative, and we plan to become a signatory of the UNGC in the near future, around about the third quarter of this year. However, we remain committed to its principles and will continue to operate in accordance to them. As I've indicated, that is, we did conduct some interviews with various chiefs in the organization, the leadership of the organization, that is, how do they see sustainability? And they do see sustainability as a critical factor in the future success of the company. Sustainability in our organization is under enterprise risk management. I'll just extrapolate what the chief risk officer sees sustainability like. She says, Advocate Rasataba, sustainability needs to be at the heart of our business. If we can step up on sustainability like we are stepping up on sustainability, it will be good for Telkom and our country as a whole. Thank you. I'll take questions.
Thank you. Sorry. It's still Zitulela, I haven't changed. Lindiwe, the surname. 2 points. Sustainability, I didn't hear who heads it and how it links up to the... Maybe you may have said it, I missed that one up. But what I heard in the course of presentation, I saw a reduction in the team from 7 to 4. And you'll bear me out if I'm wrong, but it seems to be you're juniorizing that thing. So I don't know how you ramp up to sustainability. That's one. On the environment part, did I hear you well? You seem to be suggesting that you are going towards being a green company at your offices. I would have thought that Telkom would be the first to address the outside environment, given the products and the things that you put out there. And, well, the bugbear that we always heard every time, I mean, it's 10 years now, I don't have a phone where I'm staying because of cable theft. You have not addressed that. I don't know what this innovative technologies and products you're talking about, which I don't see. Thanks.
Do I have to answer or take another question? All right. When it comes to the issue of 4 to 7, it's not junior staff, people that we're really talking about. It's senior staff. We're talking about managers and we're talking about senior managers. And I've indicated that is the reduction is based on the current restructuring that is happening in the organization. And just yesterday we did have an AGM. The chairperson of the organization did indicate to our shareholders that is, it's not that is when we speak of vitality, we speak of a death. But what is happening in the organization, the chair and the CEO, including the chair of the social and ethics, they are talking from the heart, that it pains them also that is, this is the strategic direction that they have got to take. This is embedded in our strategy, that is, this has got to basically happen. So in a nutshell is, when people really want to go, it's voluntary, that is, they've been given this, you want to go or you want to stay. So the point is we have acknowledged that is in order for us to grow, this is what needs to happen. But it's not forced on the employees that is this has got to happen. It's a choice that they've got to do. And the manner, the way it's also being done, it's done from the heart. There are processes in place to ensure that this is a soft issue, and a vitality is not one person in the organization, but there is also a family outside that. Okay, the issue of theft. I think you are aware that we're not the only organization that really suffers from or is being impacted by cable theft. And we work together with the regulator, with the SAPs and ESCOM to ensure that is, how do we really have to address this kind of a problem? Under enterprise risk management, there is a security section that is dedicated to ensure that there are systems in place. They've put some automation, that is when cables are cut, it alerts and it prompts people. It prompts the relevant staff within the ERM, including also the police. Now, when I talk about product innovation here, Dada, it's around sustainability products. We have done an analysis, and we are quite aware that there is competition immense in the ICT sector. In order for us to be a differentiator, we need to ensure that we introduce sustainability products. What are sustainability products? Maybe, for instance, is the mHealth, the e-education. They are not highly exploited in our country. This is what I'm really talking about. Okay, the issue of your phone, I'll take it offline with you and ensure that you have a good service.
I will invest in that business because for 10 years you've not been getting revenue.
Okay.
I'm one amongst thousands. You're not generating revenue. So how do I begin to invest in that company? So you run the risk of being the other home company that says, don't use my products. You've done the same thing. So you've denied me using your products. So you're not going to generate revenue. Sorry. I'm done. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, noted, Dada. But what I'd like to highlight is, for the first time, we have managed to pay dividends, which we had not been able to pay in the past years. Okay.
Hi, Lindiwe. It's Robert Lewinson from Old Mutual Investment Group. Thank you for your presentation. You may recall when we chatted recently, I asked a question around privacy and data security and how Telkom manages that as a risk. And I would like to know if that was part of your self-assessment, if that was considered, number one, and where in the journey are you vis-a-vis that important issue?
Oh, please, can you just rephrase the first part? I've missed the first part when you started.
With regard to your self-assessment, have you considered that issue of data security, privacy and data security, and how do you assess yourselves?
I think that's not a problem also only for Telkom, and based on that, there are internal strategies that are being put in place to address that. And in fact, that division will be migrating to join another division to ensure that things are really intensified. It's still an internal issue. I wouldn't like to divulge much on that. But we do take cognizance of what you have said, and we are really addressing it.
Afternoon, Lindiwe. This is Melanie from Cohesive Asset Management. As you've already stated, I'm not going to make too much commentary on the environmental section of the issue. As you said, we do need more disclosure on how you are progressing in your carbon emissions, what your strategy is going to be long term, especially with regards to your energy-intensive data centers, how you might be addressing our electricity tariffs going forward, and all that sort of thing we really would like to see from you. So I just want to comment something else on your social side. We have tracked that you have a very good training and employment development programs that work well within your organization. Actually quite a leader in that in terms of your percentage of spending on that. And I just want to address a question to you that actually I would like to have the other forum members bear in mind, considering this is a very service sector based afternoon, and that is the issues of women in management. It's really struck me that there's virtually no disclosure on women in sort of middle to senior management, no special emphasis on programs and training focus on them, when these are really easy gains for the service sector. And just your comments on that.
Okay. Quite true. I really agree with that. Though perhaps I think we don't disclose maximally what we are doing, especially the gender side. The issue on gender in relation to training per se, we have identified X number of women that have been given technical training. And also around what you call the NGNC, you know, this acronyms, okay. Maybe it's an issue of disclosure. We're talking about middle and junior management and not senior management here, so that I don't go into the senior management part of it, okay. There has been a program that has started last year around about August to ensure that is how women are being empowered in the organization. Women have got to bring themselves forward, and they had to write a psychometric test, and then from the test, then they were selected. Then the program, I think, kickstarted around about February this year. That is, they were going to be giving training in different ways, but also there will be rotation happening also in the organization to ensure that is women are really upskilled. I really concur that is when you look at a B score, when it comes to employment equity and skills, they tally, they talk to one another. We are not doing that much well, you know. We're quite aware, and hence I was asking the question also. We're putting mechanism and strategies in place. That is, as we migrate from the ICT sector codes, when you go to the revised codes, how are we going to look like? We've done that impact analysis, and we know what is it that we need to do.
We have time for one more question.
Across 2014, there's been significant noise around the governance practices, particularly around Mr. Schindert and the loan that was forwarded to him. Could you take us through some of the governance upskilling that has taken place at board level to prevent this type of issue becoming meaningful or public again?
It's an issue that comes again frequently also at the AGM. I think we are quite aware also that is in order to address this kind of recurrence, it should not really happen. Our CEO was instructed to attend a compliance governance kind of a course. And we had to ensure that he really attends, and he did attend round about last year.
But with regard to oversight from the rest of your board, were there any efforts to enhance that oversight to kind of prevent this type of issue
can I perhaps refrain from answering that question kindly? Okay. And yeah. But also, I think it's there in our integrated report. Okay. It's in the report.
Will you make sure to make some time to chat to the gentleman?
Sure, definitely. Okay. All right. Okay.